there is nothing worse than going year after year and realizing that you are literally the same person, that nothing has changed, that you didn't take any action, do any of the things you said you were going to do because you were too lazy, too consumed by these short-form gratification, short-term pleasures, and nothing changed, that you've wasted all your potential. And that was the position I was in back in 2023. I wasted years after COVID and in high school literally doing the dumbest stuff that I still regret till this day. I never tried in high school. I was consumed by all these vices, short-form pleasures, scrolling on my phone, doing stupid stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing. And I ended up wasting so much time, and it still is my biggest regret till this day. I'm here to tell any of you guys that might be in a similar position where you're consumed by short-form pleasure, whether it's a vape, or you're scrolling all the time, or I don't know what you're doing. If you're in that position right now, your future self is going to have so many regrets. So many regrets, man. I wish I could have started sooner, but I'm so grateful that I started when I did, because I wouldn't be in this position where I am now. I wouldn't have been able to build the physique I've built if I never took that first step. And I can tell you, when I first started, it wasn't perfect. I didn't have the perfect plan. I was still very self-conscious about myself, about other people judging me, but I just took action. And I'm telling you, now that I realize this, what would have been my biggest regret is never actually starting. Not starting and failing, and that's going to be your biggest regret if you don't take that first step. You're never going to have regrets about making those small failures by taking action. What you're really going to regret is never even trying. Because that's the only way you're going to build confidence and get better, is through trying. I wouldn't have this physique I have right now if I never took that first step and tried. I made so many mistakes along the way. I got injuries, I had surgery, and it was just part of the process, man. Like, I'm not I'm not saying you have to get injured, of course, but what I'm trying to say is along the way, like, you are going to make mistakes, you are going to fail, but the biggest regret you're always going to have is never even starting if you don't take action. There literally is nothing worse than being stuck in the same position you were in a few years ago. You know, I don't really open up about my past and the person I used to be, but I'm here to tell you guys that I was the worst version of myself possible like a few years ago, and everything I did was centered around gratification, how much dopamine I could get. I always avoided everything that would require some effort. That's why I was always doing terrible in school. I hung around the wrong group of people. I made bad decisions, is because I wasn't thinking about my future, and I didn't realize how important it was. And it made me run into a lot of issues. Like, I remember I struggled to find colleges, universities I could apply to because of how bad my GPA was. I struggled with the same habits even when I did get into a college. Like, thankfully I did get in one. My GPA was terrible because I couldn't apply discipline in any other area of my life. Like, I had no work ethic at all. And if there's one main thing the gym has taught me, is that I'm capable of so many more things than I thought I was. Because through years of going through life consuming instant gratification, I thought that was all I was good for, man. Like, I couldn't achieve anything because there was no action to back that up. I literally was doing these same things over and over again. But when I started to take action and try going to the gym, I made some mistakes, as I said, but when I started seeing those changes on my physique, it made me realize I was capable of so much more. And yeah, ever since then, like, my life has just constantly been improving, and that's the first step for me, was going to the gym. Yeah, I know I kind of went off topic there, but the main thing I wanted to say is, yeah, you will always have regrets about not taking action. And there never really will be a perfect time to start either, of course. Like, that's another thing that used to hold me back. I used to tell myself, oh, when I have more time to get that workout in, or when I can create a meal plan for myself, like, get out of here, bro. That's never going to happen. There's never going to be a perfect time. But yeah, I wanted to give you guys some motivation, because those are all the things I wish I could have told my younger self. Like, I know I've came a long way with my physique, and I wish I would have started sooner, but yeah, man, that's pretty much it for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.